defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back to throw, it's Romero. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist. It's just turning it on.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from some.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it and put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense will try to get something started with their 1st possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
The one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much.
Can't find a man, and he'll 40.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Huskies! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they're helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go back to the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
And the defense is going to get 2 for the
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him this time. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
From the gun, give on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
23, Washington, 14.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room to work. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Huskies are threatening on first and goal. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Huskies! Great job by the back on the option.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air. It's Romero. Fakes to grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the running back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Still 2 quarters to go in this one between UW and Oregon, a treasured rivalry in both Seattle and Eugene.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Takes it the other way. A really good return after the interception. Puts them in business at the 29. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play with the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The give. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Back to throw, it's Romero. Makes the grab. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. QB draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Romero. Makes the grab. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ducks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He hung in there as long as he could, and it paid off.
What toughness. I mean, QB just hanging there, knowing you're going to get hit, but still throwing a strike down the field. Offensive linemen are going to love that guy.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball. Right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you...
Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Shakes off the defender. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Going for the marker on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
Wants to go up top on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So,
touchdown, Washington! A great catch and run for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but Overton, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994 and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
it's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship.
Breaks into the open. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Got his man quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. From the gun. Looking for the score. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.